All right, so welcome back to the class. Talking about determinant of minor in the last section. So I do hope you understood what we did concerning determinant of minor. All right, so everything is clearly typified in the Word document here, how to get determinant of minor. So you'll be required to form determinant of minor, especially when you want to find inverses. Okay, but you're going to apply this now in solving a 3 by 3 determinant, and that is what we are looking at, determinant of 3 by 3 matrices. All right, so how do we calculate a 3 by 3 determinant, or matrices rather? How do we do that? We simply decompose along the row or along the column of the matrix by picking out a member and multiplying it by the place sign and its minor determinant. And this is applicable to 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and all that. But of course, I have a message here. But of course, when you are at your level, we're not talking about 4 by 4 and 5 by 5, because that will be tedious for you to do the calculation. That will require some computation, maybe using software and all that. It's not, it cannot be done with hand, but what your basic exam may require at this level is a 3 by 3 determinant. Okay, so you are expected to break it into 3 by 3 if you are given a 4 by 4. Then from 3 by 3, now break into 2 by 2, which is the basic determinant unit that you now solve. If it's a 3 by 3, you have to form a 2 by 2 determinant of minor and now decompose finally. So say higher determinants are decomposed either along a chosen row or column by multiplying each element in that row or column by its place value and determinant of minor. Okay. For instance, what do you mean by that? Now, I want to find the determinant of this element of P. I want to find the determinant of P. How do I do that? I will simply do this. To find the determinant of P, let me just divide the board for understanding sake, for clarity's sake. Okay, so I will just work on this aspect. Let me divide further. All right, so now I want to find the determinant of P now. So what I'm simply going to do now is, now I can break or decompose along the row, or I can decompose along the column. Now, for me to decompose along the row, I'll pick 4, which is the first member there. I will now pick 4. Okay. Let me change the color right there. If I pick 4 now, I'll say 4 multiplied by is determinant of minor. Okay. But 4 is already positive, so I think that's why I didn't write positive there, since the first one I'm picking. So determinant of minor, when I neglect the row and column of 4, the determinant of minor is 1, 2, 2, and 5. So multiplied by the determinant of minor, which is 1, 2, 2, and 5. Okay? All right, so that is the way you decompose that. Then the next thing you do is, remember I'm decomposing along the row now. Okay, I cannot say the place value of 3 is minus. Okay, now I will now say minus 3, then multiplied by the determinant of minor for element 3. And of course, the determinant is going to give us what? If I neglect the row and column of 3, look at the column, and that is the row. So if I neglect it, what is left for me is now minus 2, 2, 1, and 5. So I'm going to write minus 2, 2, 1, and 5. I close the bracket. Then plus, then the place value for the next element along the row, which is 0 there. 0 there. The place sign for 0 is positive, because place sign is positive, negative, positive. So you're going to give me plus 0. Then of course multiply by the matrix of minor of the element 0 here. So 0 multiplied by its matrix of minor. So the matrix of minor for 0 is going to give me, if I neglect the row of 0 and the column of 0, I'm going to have -2, 1, 1, and 2. So -2, 1, 1, and 2. So that is it. So I have decomposed these 3 by 3 determinants to a 2 by 2 determinant having coefficients. So the next thing now is not to break up your 2 by 2 determinant as we just finished learning now. So they are just going to simply do now. So you're going to give us 4 for this one, multiplied by, remember it is row, the primary diagonal minus the secondary diagonal. 1 times 5 is 5. So 5 minus 2 times 2 is 4. This one is gone. Then minus 3 multiply by, of course, the row, this diagonal minus this other diagonal, minus 2 times 5 will give us minus 10. Then minus 1 times 2 is 2. Yeah, solve this one. Then plus, of course, you know anything multiplied by 0 give us 0. So 0 multiplied by minus 2 times 2 give us minus 4. That is this primary diagonal minus, of course, the secondary diagonal minus 1 times 1 is 1. All right, so 5 minus 4 is 1 times 4, you get 4. So your next answer, the answer you get from this, from the whole of this will give you 4. Minus, the answer you get from here, minus 10 minus 2 will give us minus 12. Minus 12 times minus 3 will give us plus 36. So you have plus 36 plus 0, because everything times 0 will give you 0. Okay, so therefore, we conclude by saying that the determinant of P is equals to 40. Any question? Any question? All right, so just quickly write before we proceed to the next one there, the next solution. So that is the way it's being done. So you can now see why I displayed place sign, because I just made use of place sign here. The place sign of this one is positive. Here was positive, negative, positive. I just decompose along the row. You can also decompose along each column, and of course you get the same thing. So I'm going to repeat this same calculation for decomposing along the column.
No encouragement. This is actually.
All right, please, who is that person? Yeah, disturbing the class.
All I can remember.
All right, so that is for this. Anybody see writing?
Don't say that.
All right, so I can wipe the board.
Let it die. Just say all. You said all I can remember too. Other people told him happy birthday, Sha. I can't remember. Yeah. I remember that.
All right, so now repeat the same calculation using decomposing along the column. I want to repeat the same calculation, decomposing along the column, so that you'll see that it doesn't change anything. Okay, nothing changes once you are working with this. Nothing actually changes. I want to decompose along the column now. All right, so solution. Now, let's say I pick 4. It's going to be non writing plus 4, so I'll just say 4. The first member there, 4. Then multiply by the determinant of minor. Neglect that row, neglect that column. You're going to have 1, 2, 2, 5. So I am done with 4. Then the next element I have here is -2. Okay? Now, I am decomposing along the column. There is -2 there, but it has its own place sign. So I'll write minus for the place sign, okay, which is not different from -2. -2 will not come in. -2 will not come in. Then multiply by the determinant of each minor, which is gotten by neglecting the row and the column of 2. And of course, determinant of minor is 3, 0, 2, and 5. Remember, this minus here is coming from the definition of how to do higher order determinants, which is what? The place sign and the elements multiplied by what is determinant of minor. So the place sign of -2 is minus. The element there is -2. Why its place sign is minus? Because the place sign here is positive, negative, positive. So that is the negative here for the place sign of -2. Then its determinant of minor now give us 3, 0, 2, and 5. Then the next element there or member there is 1. Okay, whose place sign now is positive, plus, okay, 1, then multiply by its determinants of minor, which is neglecting the row and the column of 1. So you can see that they compose along the column here, and that will give me 3, 0, 1, and 2. All right, so this is what you have. And of course, the next thing now is to simplify, as usual. 4 multiplied by, you now break up. This is now the basic unit of determinants, which is 2 by 2 matrices. So you just quickly simplify them now, as we have done before, into what? 1 times 5 is 5. 5 minus 2 times 2 is 4. Then minus times minus will give us plus. So change to plus now. Plus 2 into 15 minus 0, okay, plus 1 into 3 times 2 is 6, 6 minus 0, 1 times 0 is 0. So this is what you have. You finally simplify. 5 minus 4 is 1, times 4 you have 4. So we have 4 plus 15 minus 0 is 15, times 2 you have 30. Then plus 6 minus 0 is 6, times 1 you have 6, plus 6. And of course, can I say therefore that determinant of P is equals to 40. So you see, whether we decompose along the row, along the column, we end up having the same answer because we are following the definition of determinants. Any question? Any question?
Sir, please do it again.
I should.
Sorry, do it, please.
I should explain. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this board now. We'll explain again. Okay, so we're still talking about determinants. Now this is a higher order, this is a 3 by 3 determinant. I will say that for higher order determinants, it is gotten by breaking down to lower orders, which is an element along the row. You can decompose along the row, along the column. The first session I finished doing initially was along the row. I'm doing along the column now. You pick the first member along the column, then with its place sign multiplied by its determinant of minor till you finish all that column. Or if you're going along the road, you finish all that that row. That's just what you are doing here. Okay. So for instance, if I want to decompose along the column now, so I'm going here until I finish all the column. So if there are 4 elements or members in the column, I have to do for all of them. Okay, so if I pick 4, it's going to give me plus 4 because that is the place sign of 4 multiplied by its determinant of minor. Determinant of minor for 4 is what? You neglect the row, you neglect the column. What is remaining is 1, 2, 2, 5, 1, 2, and 2, 5. Then I have done for the first element in the column here. The next one in the column here is -2. So the place sign is negative, because place sign of 4 is positive, negative, positive. That is the place sign along this column. So the place sign of -2 is negative. So I have minus the place sign. Then the element itself is -2. Then multiply by is determinant of minor. The determinant of minor for -2 is what? What is it? Neglect the row of -2, neglect the column of -2. What is left will now be the determinant of is minor, which is 3, 0, 2, and 5. Okay? Then, after doing that, then the last member there is 1. And its place sign is positive, because here you have positive for 4, negative for -2, and positive for 1. So you have plus 1, then multiply by is determinant of minor. And determinant of minor is what? Neglect the rule of 1, neglected, and the column of 1, neglected. What is many is this. That is 3, 0, 1, 2. So you have 3, 0, 1, and 2. So this is what you have. Whatever remains now is just normal 2 by 2 matrix. You now simplify further. So 4 multiplied by 1 times 5 is 5. Simplifying a 2 by 2 matrix determinant, product of the row, we say it is the product of the row multiplied by product of the primary diagonal multiplied by the product of the secondary diagonal. Okay? That's what we just said. Okay, so this is the secondary diagonal. Of course, 1 times 5 is 5. So you're going to have 5 minus 2 times 2 is 4. So that's what you have here. The minus times minus here is plus, so you have plus 2. And of course, 3 times 5 is 15. Minus 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1. Sorry, so to use a parenthesis here and not a bracket. So that's a parenthesis. So plus 3 times 2 is 6. Then minus 1 times 0 is 0. So this is what you have. And of course, you finish up. 5 minus 4, what mass now? So you do bracket first. 5 minus 4 is 1 times 4, you have 4. Plus 15 minus 0 is 15 times 2, you have 13. Then 6 minus 0 is 6 times 1, you have 6. And when you sum up, you have 40. So you now say, therefore, the determinant of P is equals to 40. All right, so I think that is clear now. Any question? Any question? Anybody still writing? All right, so I'm going to do one more, and after this one more, then of course you're going to do for me. All right, you're going to do for me. Okay, so taking one more, now that means I should scroll down since there are no questions for the next example. So I'm wiping the board now since nobody's responding, so there are no questions. And nobody's writing. All right. Okay, so to the next question, which is this one here, Q, finding the determinants of this. Okay? Finding the determinant of Q. How do we do that? Now we have example 2 here to solve for Q, for the determinant of Q. Dividing my board once again. All right, so let's go. No, so I'm not going to be going row and column now. Just go along the row. I prefer just going along the row because that's actually more visible to me at a glance than column. So you have seen that whether row or column, you have end up having the same thing. All right, so I want to just go along the row now. So you can choose any one you prefer in solving your own. Okay, so now I'm going to pick 3. So I want to compose along the row. So I'm picking 3. 3 multiplied by the determinant of minor for 3 is going to give us what? So when you neglect the row of 3 and the column of 3, you have 8, 4, 9, 5. So 8, 4, 9, 5. Of course, it is positive 3, so I didn't bother putting the positive. Okay, so the next one is our big next element now in that row is 7, which is this one, and its place sign is negative. Remember, each place sign is negative because place sign of 3 is positive, negative, positive. Okay, so I'm seeing that as -7, so you're going to give me -7 if you like. Okay, the place sign, this when the place sign is not like the element here is actually 7, not -7. Because if it was -7 that was there, I'll have to write minus at the place sign, then -7 again, which is the element. So I want to have a double minus there. Okay, so take note of that. All right, so the place sign is negative. So 7 minus, I have a message here. All right, someone is already done with that. All right, so Amanda is done with that already. So minus into 7, then neglecting the row and the column. If I neglect the row and the column of 7, I'm going to have 6, 4, 1, 5. So I have 6, 4, 1, and 5. Then plus, which is the next element there, 2. The place sign is positive, then 2 multiplied by the determinants of each minor determinant, neglecting the row and the column of 2, I'm having 6, 8, 1, 9. 6, 8, 1, 9. 1, 9. So this is, you neglect this with your eyes, so to say, or you can use a pencil. Okay, because if you use biro now, you're working with biro on a sheet of paper, then of course it will be messy. Okay, so you can do that with your eyes or use a pencil to cross out the column that and rows you are neglecting. If looking at it by inspecting by eyes will confuse you. So the next thing is a 2 by 2, of course, which you just start doing as 3 multiplied by 8 times 5 is 40, primary minus secondary. 9 times 4 is 36, minus 36. Then minus 7 multiplied by the answer from here. This is terminal. 6 times 5 is 30. Primary is done. Remember, a ball will lead before it takes off. Then this is off diagonal. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, plus 2 into 6 times 9 is 54. Then minus 1 times 8 is 8. Of course, you are done. 40 minus 36 is 4. Times 3, you have 12. Okay, minus, let's leave it as minus 4 now. 30 minus 4 is what? 30 minus 4 will give us what? 26. Am I correct now? Then 26 times 7 minus 7 is going to give us minus 182. So have minus 182. Then plus 54 minus 8. What do we have? 54 minus 8. We have 46 times 2. And of course, we have 92. We have 92. So, of course, you now add up and subtract. So you have 92 plus 12 should give us 104. Then minus 182. And you have minus 78. So can I say, therefore, that the determinant of Q is equals to minus 78. Any question? Any question? If you have any question, please feel free to ask, because you are proceeding to your classwork now. All right, so no question. So classwork. So I can wipe the board, man. Classwork. Anybody still writing, please let me know. All right, so I want to give something for you guys to do while I also work on my own. Then after that, we proceed to another method of solving matrices, which is going to be a collaborative teaching, because I'm not going to do that, but we are going to go to the person that is going to do it for us, because it has been done, so no need of reinventing the wheel. So I'm writing your classwork here, classwork. So you should know how to send me your answers when you are done. Okay, given that, A is a matrix of 3, 2, 1 minus 2, 4, 8, 0, 1, 5. Okay, find okay, so that's the question. All right, so not more than 5 minutes, I'm sure. It's very simple. So I want to be doing mine, and of course you should be doing yours also. Remember to always put the place sign, even if there is a negative in that element has a negative value, put its place sign also. It is a member and its place sign multiplied by its determinant of minor. Okay. Somebody is telling me he's done. All right, let me start taking your answers now. Folaji, kudos to you. That is it. And Zumuzo, my man, you made it. Chidebere, that's correct. Which of the Chidebere? Is it the Mezi or is it the Obireze? That's correct. God's chosen. No, check your answer. Mezi Chidebere, that's kudos to you. I love that. Where is my Amanda? Send me something. Send me something. Send me something. I'm waiting for you. Fortunately, that's correct. You guys are getting Chris Yokolo. I love you. That's correct. Give it to me. Give it to me. If you are making a mistake somewhere, check. Very close, but you have made a mistake somewhere. You can see him check again. Somebody said, Daniel, I can't see the question. Why? What can't you see? I'm talking about, okay, let me write it again for you. 3, this is the question. 3 minus 2, 0, 2, 4, 1, 1, 8, 5. That is the matrix. So find the determinant of this matrix. Okay. So if we cannot see this one now, let me rule out this one. Of course, you should be able to see this one now. All right. So Let me go back to the answers for those sending me the answers. Angelo, that's correct. Ifan, you have corrected your mistake. That's correct. Perfect. Write the name perfect. Ikide, you are almost there, but you didn't get it. So recheck your answers. Your answer again. Amanda and Andrea, I love you for that. Making me proud. That's correct. And your Sim will do again. You did not. You are missing something. Perhaps you're neglecting a place sign somewhere. Okay, one who is even in this studio, let me see. And you can see you're missing something. You are 2 points away from that. That was the first answer that if I made a mistake on. So just find a way of correcting that mistake. One who have not sent me the answer is Mrs. Chilebre here. Akimbodi, I'm waiting for you. You are in my class. Angelo, that's correct. You have finally made it. Azik, have you sent me your answer? Miracle, Yasomba, you are in the studio here. Please send it to me. Send it to me. Yes, my favor. What's happening? Send something to me. Obireze, that's correct. I love you. Send me something. Send me something. And God's chosen. That's correct. Ikide, that's correct. Favor, no. Increase. It is below the answer. Try again. So I'm waiting for the likes of Favor and Yangasim. Favor, I love you for that. Good. You made me proud now. I'm sure that you're a captain of the class. Okay, who again has not given it to me? Who has not given it to me? Zeke, have you given me something today? Zeke, give it to me. Give it to me. And younger Sim, kudos to you. I love you for that. You tried. You have done it. You finally beat the mountain. Who is having problem beating this mountain? All right, Azike, you're the only one remaining, I'm sure. And Daniela, who started very late because she said she wasn't seeing. All right, so perfect. You guys are doing wonders. Okay, you guys are doing wonders. Okay, so I believe you have understood what you are doing here. Majority of the class. I'm just looking for 2 more people. Only for 2 of you to submit. Okay, I need to take correction of this work now. Okay, it's past time, so let me take correction of the work. All right, so I'm going to do this correction now for those of you that are having trouble. All right, so now wipe off this part of the board so that I can do the correction as quickly as possible. But for those of you that might be watching later, the answer is 54. That is the determinant of this matrix. All right, so of course, for this one, just pick these three, neglect the role of that and this one. Of course, you're going to have it as 3 multiplied by the is determinant of minor, which is 4, 1, 8, and 5. Okay, then I want to break along the row because of this 0 to be faster for me. Then the next thing I do is I will take this one minus 2, and of course is place sign. The place sign is positive here, negative and positive. Okay, so minus will come here, minus, then minus 2 will come as the element, multiplied by the determinant of its minor, negating the row and its column, 2, 1, 1, 5. So I have 2, 1, 1, 5. Then of course plus the determinant of minor for 0, you're going to give me plus 0, okay, plus 0 multiplied by determinant of its minor, that will give me 2, 1, 1, 8. All right, so the whole of this is just equal to 0 because it's being multiplied by 0, so I don't need to bother myself about this. So what I have here is 3 multiplied by 4 times is 20, minus 8 times 1 is 8, minus times minus is 2, so plus 2. Then, of course, 2 times this is 10, so I'm going to have it as 10 minus 1, then plus 0. Then 3 multiplied by 12, okay, plus 10 minus 1 is 9, times 2 you have 18, okay, and of course you have it as what? 36 plus 18, you end up having 54 as the answer. So this is the final answer. So that serves as a correction for the classwork. All right, so I hope you do enjoy this class. In our next section, we are going to learn how to solve determinants in a very shorter way by Cyrus